Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my overview of the September 5th, 2019 Sims 4 PC Mac game update. Now this update was to prepare our game for Realm of Magic, and it was also to celebrate the 5th anniversary of The Sims 4. So we got some new things and we got some bug fixes. The big new thing, of course, was the configurable stairs, but we also got some new build by and create a sim objects. So you can see here we got some just regular new clothing. We got one men's long blazer, we got a woman's summer party full body outfit, we got a boy's polo rugby top, and we got some girls' knee-length leggings, and you can see it going behind in the background there. I can see me using the kids stuff quite a lot in my game. I think this little top for little boys in particular is quite cute, and the tights are cute, and I love the one with the cat. So that's the one I left on her. But one thing I did notice is that if you put like a short top on, you can see the underwear the little girl is wearing. But most of the tops are longer, so it really doesn't matter. For the most part, you're not going to do that. Of course, we also got some new Muslim inspired clothing and accessories. Most of it was for women. We got like the hijab and two regular outfits, like they're all full body outfits, one this belted dress, and then we also got a jacket with a long skirt, which you can see here in the various color combinations. And then we also, after this, we're going to see that we got the modest athletic wear / swimsuit, which is coming up here. I just put her back in her original, her clothes that I had her in. So there it is. And it came with an athletic, matching athletic hijab to go with it. So yes, the women got quite a lot when it came to this Muslim-inspired clothing update. And then we also got for the men this top, which I actually quite like, and I can see me using it, as well as the knitted kufi, I think is what it's called, sorry. And then we got two things for children. We got a girl's pleated dress and a boy's button shirt. And just like the men's button shirt, I like the boy's button shirt, and it comes in some nice colors, the boy's version. So one thing to note is that these things will not show as new in your Create a Sim. Nothing new shows as new. You just have to know what to look for. One way I do that is just search by base game. I find it easier. So here we have some of the new build content we got. We got those two new foundations, the stilts, which are really good for porches, and then just the blank canvas one there. And of course, we got a new stair called Stair in various colors. We got the railing to go with it, which of course also has the various colors there. And we got a new fence, which you can see there. And of course, they light up. The fence and the railing light up and in the dark, at night or in the dark. This is in a basement, so it's very dark down here. And then we got for objects, we got this new light. It was a bit bigger than I was expecting, but it's good. And I actually do have it outside in this lot too. We got the new planter there, which tiles together very nicely. And if you flip it around, you can see the two that are there. They don't look like they're necessarily the same because they have different flowers or plants on each side. So it looks a little different. Then we got this new living chair, outdoor seat, which has the fun colors for celebrating the 5th anniversary and some plain versions. And of course, the new lounger, which comes in the same colors as that chair. Again, some fun designs and some plain ones. And there's a little write-up for it. We also got this new dining table, again with the same fun colors that matches the lounge chair and the chair. Though you can't use the chair with the dining table. You need actual chairs to go with it. And that new table and then little new gnome pedestal, which, as they said in the live stream, was the first time they've added a gnome to the game in a little while. And of course, you can put something on it, which I showed right there by putting a little plant on it. So here we also got some new Muslim-inspired content. So we got these new windows. So there's two that are sort of narrow windows, one with like the full arch and one that's squared off, but the arch in the window. And here's a double wide one. Well, it doesn't fit the full double wide, but it fits onto a double wide grid, so it's wider. And then we got two new doors, one that's a single tile and of course one that is a double tile, and they come in many different patterns too. It's not just different colors, they have different patterns, as you can see there, but they match each other, so everything kind of matches. So like if you had the single tile door somewhere in the house and the double door elsewhere in the archways, they all match each other, so that's good. And of course the windows match quite well too. So there's the single. I can probably see me using this one because there's only one single like narrow one like that, so that's good. And they're also not very expensive. I think the windows were 30 simoleons and the doors and arches were possibly only 50, so they are good. At least some of the doors were. I don't remember if they all were. And there's the new wall tiles that we have, so that's in the tile category, and you can see like there's a few different bottoms versus the top. Of course, as I said, we got configurable stairs. There's magic in the air, and the candle summoning circles you've been sending us via Twitter in an effort to will new types of stairs into existence has worked. Configurable stairs have been added to the game, giving you the ability to create stairs that are L-shaped, U-shaped, and more. Excited to try them out? Simply place any set of stairs down in build mode and you'll notice a new widget that appears. It's a box with 2 arrows attached to it. Grab onto that with your cursor and drag, and suddenly your stairs will bend 90 degrees. Keep dragging and the stairs will bend 180 degrees. Once you've bent your stairs, you'll see another 2 widgets appear. A diagonal arrow above the newly added landing will let you adjust the height of the landing within the staircase. A curved arrow at the base of the stairs will allow you to continue to rotate the direction of the stairs beneath the landing. And then it says, for times when a single landing just isn't enough, you can keep adding additional bends to your stairs as long as they're tall enough to have room for another one. And so that covers the basics. So get in there and try it out, experiment, and create some amazing new builds. So I just experimented a little bit with this little house that I have here, which is really essentially is a shell that I used for stairs. So I have the double L stairs there, that essentially 2 sets of stairs that they showed in the live stream. So I recreated the same thing myself. So there you can see that it's 2. And then I put it back. I also used the doors and windows that came, the muslin, and all the things that were new, except for the plants are existing things in the game. And so there's a couple of configurations of the stairs that I created myself that I just put in here. There is a new tutorial by Kate Emerald if you want to know how to do spiral stairs. She has a tutorial up. So moving on, we did get fixes and updates, and some couple that are quite big ones. I have seen a longer list of fixes and updates in previous updates, but still, I'm not complaining. We did get quite a few good ones. I'm not going to read this. It's going to be there. I'm also going to link to the actual full patch notes down below so you can take a look at it there. But as always, there's some funny things that they sometimes say. So some of the things that I'll just touch on is basements will not create irremovable flooring between levels, which was visual. It didn't affect the functionality of those basements, but it looked pretty ugly, I have to say, because I had that happen in many of my saves where I had rocket silos that were 2 levels below, and there'd be like this rocket sort of sticking out and there'd be dirt. Of course, the other thing for Macs, there was an issue where tattoos and skin details did not apply, and that was like one of those top 10 hot issues. It has been fixed. Now, some things that I've seen people say they have issues with that have been fixed. Toddlers have learned to drink from sippy cups again. I don't really use them, but I know I've seen a lot of people comment about that being a problem. I know I also saw people having issues with the console cheat window and the screen going black when they used it. That's been fixed, so that's good because I know a lot of people have been having that problem. I also know I've seen a lot of people going, oh, my sim won't drown because they're trying to kill some sims, and that's now possible again. They can drown once again, and I just did some other small fixes. This is just general issues. Now moving on to some fixes and updates that pertain to specific packs. Teen sims that are unflirty can now make out with other teens. I guess that was an issue. For cats and dogs, when putting your cuddly friends up for adoption, you will no longer be faced with inaccessible UI. I can't say I've ever put my cats and dogs up for adoption, so I've never noticed that, but that's great. Obstacle courses with stand platforms can now be fully completed. Seasons, there was a visual issue with fountain decorations being placed next to a pool. That's been fixed. Get famous. You can see a few things there. Teen Sims can no longer run romantic socials with celebrities. Moving on to some more fixes and updates that are pack specific. Island living. There was that issue where seashells like to stack on each other, and now that is not going to happen. Of course, some people liked it because they made more money that way because there was more things to collect. Fishing in Sulani now counts towards the fish in 3 spots goal. And children can now drown, which of course they always could in the past. And now we have island counters in our build catalog. Yay, so that is good. And there's some other notes there. And one thing with vampires, I saw this mentioned a lot. Vampires were exhibiting their old weaknesses even when they weren't applied. So essentially, if you removed a weakness, they would still experience it. And that is supposed to be fixed. Fingers crossed, that's true. It would even happen if you cured a vampire. They would still exhibit the weakness, so that wasn't so good. And then, of course, for Moschino, there was an issue with some portrait-oriented photos not being returned, and now they are supposed to be returned, and there are some photo approval issues for the photographer career. I know actually I had issues also with landscape-oriented photos, but I have to say I went into my household that I did the overview of the Moschino stuff pack with, and they got back. He had another one where he had to send it in for approval, and I was still waiting for them to come back. They came back, and the first that came back that I had to cancel the gig on. So all of his photos came back, both the landscape and the portrait ones. So that's a good thing. So moving on, the update broke many mods. Most have been updated at this point in time. And I am going to link to this tweet here, which further links to the forums, which has a list of all broken, updated mods and CC. I can't say I'm seeing as much with CC. I'm mostly seeing it with mods from the comments that I'm having and from what's on this thing. So you can see the details up here of what was still broken at the time that I was recording this. So there are a few, but like I said, compared to the list of what was fixed, this isn't very many. Most of the modders came out and they updated very, very quickly for the mods that actually broke. Now, this list is long and you can see it going in the background there. And if you go there, there'll be links to the mods. Of course, this will only cover non-18 plus mods because that's essentially how the Sims forums works. Here is her list here of the mods and tools that were reported as fine, i.e. they didn't break at all. And like I said, if you want the real current version, go to the link down below. But, you know, obviously the links of what's been updated isn't going to change, but it's more the what's broke is going to change as they get fixed. That's the main thing. And then there's a few mods that are no longer needed, essentially because they were fixing things that were fixed in the update. Now, of course, it wouldn't be an update if we had a couple things break. So the main thing that I saw that, you know, many people are reporting as broken is that there is an issue with columns being the wrong height after the patch. So SimGuruNick said, our team is seeing the same issue. Like Bluebell said, please share your experiences in the Answers Headquarters thread and press the Me Too button if you're having this issue. Thanks so much. So I'll link to this report down below, but he also tweeted afterwards with a workaround, which is draw a freestanding wall on your lot, and it should snap all the columns on your lot back to being the proper height. And so he said, thanks for all the reports, and their team is investigating. So hopefully they'll be able to fix that soon, but there's a workaround if you're experiencing that issue in your game. Now, of course, this is all in preparation for Realm of Magic coming out, as I mentioned at the beginning, which is coming September 10th to Origin PC, i.e. for the PC Mac version of the game. And of course, Xbox and PlayStation 4 console will be getting it on October 15th. They will also be getting the update, the stairs and all the stuff at a later date. So how are you finding the game update? What's your favorite part? Is it the configurable stairs? Did you find them easy to use, or are they going to take a little bit of time to get used to? I actually found them not that hard to use. I was pleasantly surprised about that, and I'm looking forward to using them in more of my builds going forward. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!